Hi, I'm Kelly King Anderson, and I'm so excited to be here to share with you the START formula for increasing business, both with sales and attracting new leaders. So the first thing I want to tell you is what the START formula is. It's an acronym that was created by Richie Norton from the book called The Power of Starting Something Stupid. So S stands for serve, T is for thank, A is for ask, R is for receive, and T is for trust. So when we have each of those elements in place, our relationships can be a lot stronger, and then you will have amazing opportunities in your life for whatever it is you want to attract. So we're going to talk about serve for a second here. When you want to increase your opportunities with influencers in your community, this is where I would start. I would recognize what the pain points are for those that you want to connect with. Are they starting a new business? Are they going to school? Are they a busy mom? What is going on in their lives, and how can you serve them best? That could be with product or your time, other talents or resources that you may have. One of the examples that I wanted to share is how I've been able to connect with one of our presidential diamonds. So I was over at her house and we were just talking about her business, and I offered to give her an aroma touch massage. And when she received it, she was relaxed, she was feeling great, and then we were able to talk more specifically about how she could use doTERRA in growing her business. And by the end of it, she was so ready to go that within 24 hours, she really launched being the business builder that she wanted to be. Another example is that I had an intro kit, just those little peppermint, lemon, lavender kits that you can get for about $20. And I gave it to a neighbor as a gift for Christmas. I didn't really think much about, why I was giving it to them, but just wanted to give them this gift. And because they had such a great experience with it and they had great results, they approached me about the business, and then I was able to tell them, more about it, and then they are now Blue Diamonds. And so both examples, either serving with my time with the oils or giving a gift, resulted in some of the top leaders we have in our team today. Thanking is something that is sometimes overlooked, but gratitude we know goes a long way. So when someone has done something nice for you, be sure to give them some recognition for it. Maybe they brought a friend with them to one of your classes, or maybe they gave a sample for you to one of their friends. There's so many little things that people do for us all the time that if we recognize their efforts in our behalf and we show appreciation, chances are it's going to really develop that relationship. One thing that you can do is if someone served you in some way, it could be carpool with your kids, it could be, that they gave an inspiring message at church, it could be anything. Think of ways that you can share, some of the products with them as a thank you gift. One of the things that we want to emphasize is before you can ask, you really need to see if you've got that foundation set. And so that serve and thank piece is really critical before you just blurt out, hey, do you want to be a leader on my team, right? So you want to make sure that people feel like comfortable with you before you moving in forward and to ask. But sometimes it's okay. Just go with your gut and be bold. One time I saw a woman who was just ready to be a new mom. She was pregnant out to here, and I said, hey, when is that baby due? I know I just met, but do you have what you need to best deliver this baby? And she said, no, actually, I could really use some help. And so then it gave me an opportunity to say, well, I use natural remedies, and I would love to give you some to support your birth. And she ended also being a leader on our team. One of the things that we want to emphasize is before you receive, right? You just want to make sure that you've done your part. If you asked clearly, sometimes people don't know what you want. And so if you haven't asked, if something simple like, would it be okay if I share the sample with you, or would you be willing to host a class? You don't expect to receive anything, right? But when you have asked clearly and you have the relationship established, then you can definitely feel good about receiving, if it's a kind of relationship where people are aware of reciprocity, right? So you want to really be thankful for whatever they offer, because it might be different than what you were initially looking for. But whatever they do for you, just be grateful, because it may nurture into something else where you will get what you were looking for. That may be, that hostess that you were looking for, or maybe a new builder. And the last one is trust. And so when you've followed these steps, you will be able to trust them, right? And they will be able to trust you. And as you serve and thank and ask and receive and trust each other, that's just going to take that relationship up to a next level. And you're going to have someone that you would really enjoy doing business with. If you find it at any stage of this, they're not reciprocating, or you're just feeling a little bit off, that might be a sign for you that they're not going to be that person that you've hoped that they would be, and you can move on and start the process with someone else. But I know that the SMART formula works because I've been doing this for years. I've been able to network with people that were beyond my initial circle of influence, and to be able to get into those inner circles with people who really do have the networks that can make the phone calls to get what you need done, whether it be filling a class or doing some last minute sales to close some bigger kits, because we know the influencers often have more resources. So definitely go out of your comfort zone and try the START formula.